Okay. HEB had chocolate on sale. 38 cents. So good.
Look. Okay, I know what it feel like to be young and single. You know the life when your pockets got a...
Before we even get started on my actual goals, I think it's important to talk about different perspectives of growth. My life coach actually brought this up to me and I was like, oh my gosh, you is so right. That growth is different for everyone. So it's really important to know the difference of, you know, this is my perspective on growth and it's not necessarily everyone's, and just accepting that of like how I think you should be growing. It's possible that that's not your idea of growth. For me, growth all centers around self-awareness, so everything starts with me. If I feel like I am being the best version of myself, being the best Aubrey, everything I touch should be high quality as well, right? So that starts with me. Of course, there's other stuff that branch off that, like relationships, career, blase blase, but for me it's all around making sure that I am being conscious of like bad habits, ways that I'm hurting myself and maybe even others. Oh, excuse me. And just doing my best to improve those things. I mean, not necessarily change everything about the way I am, but to be the best me I can be. With that, I'm really curious about y'all's perspective on growth. So don't be shy. Comment below what your idea of growth is and one thing you are doing to hold yourself accountable to manifesting that. I would love to know that. So let's get into my actual goals, hunty. So I'm a list maker and a vision boarder and a tracker, Exhibit A. This is my 25-year goal. So it's all the things I am going to accomplish this year. So I guess we'll just get started. Goal number 1 is to lose 25 pounds.
I really want to lose 3 pounds.
Oh my god, what are you talking about?
You're so skinny. Shut up.
I played sports my whole life and I've just always been thick. Like even when I'm skinny, I'm thick, or I just look like fit, but I'm just not a thin person. And growing up in a different time when I didn't like my body, losing weight was always for the wrong reasons. Like I wanted to acquire body types that just were not my body. No matter how much I lost weight, like I just wouldn't look like that. But as I've gotten older and, you know, fallen in love with my body, because, you know, she's soft, she's curvy, you know. But that being said, I want to keep her fit and tight. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I owe it to myself. Like for 25 years, okay, maybe like 10, I've always wanted to lose weight. I've always quit on myself, either just shy of reaching it or just being lazy and not being, what's the word? Consistent, or what's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, I just feel like I owe it to myself to actually follow through on it, and you know, I just want to see the results of like, I did it. Like I lost the weight that I've been trying to lose since I was 15 years old. Number 2 is submit my work. I don't like rejection. I don't think anyone does, but I really don't like rejection. I'm getting better at taking it and, you know, receiving that and not letting it fester, but it still doesn't mean I want to put myself in situations of like, would you like to reject me, sir? Like, that's just not what I want to do. But I am a writer and I want to have some of my stuff published, and you can't do that if you don't put yourself out there. So I've been playing it very safe, you know, very contained. People I know who, you know, will make me feel good, but I'm kind of at a plateau right now of like, okay, if you're gonna take it to the next level, you're gonna have to reach out and you're gonna have to get rejected. But also with rejection comes lessons, comes eventually acceptance. So number 3 is I'm doing it right now. My Thriving Single vlog. I never in my life thought I'd be a YouTuber. I watch a lot of YouTube, but I was never like, I want to be a YouTuber. Like, it was not high on my list, but one night I just had one of those brain blasts of like, I'm gonna start a channel. This is the name. This will be the theme. Like, it all just kind of started flooding in, and since then, it's always in a corner of my mind, so I know I need to do it. So, I mean, I'm technically like making this happen right now. So, blue. Number 4 is explore more. I'd like to call myself adventurous, but I teeter the line of like adventurous homebody. Like, I like to do things, but I also like to just lay around and be by myself. I just want to travel more. I want to go see my best friend in Seattle. I want to recap with family that's in Virginia. I know I just moved to Texas, but there's also so much here that I haven't explored yet. So I just want to continue to expand and do things.
An adventure! We're going on an adventure, Charlie!
Number 5 is read. I love reading. I love reading. Do I make time for it all the time? No. I have a very extensive book list of things I've wanted to read, things I wanted to reread, and yeah, I just want to do that. Number 6 is write a book. If you read my blog, you may be familiar with a post I made last September called a synopsis of self-worth, failed relationships and self-worth. So I am writing a book in that general vicinity, resembling that post. I'm not going to give too many details on it just yet because it's not finalized and it may change, the formatting and whatnot, but I want to write a book this year. I'm going to write a book this year. 7. Aprender Español. So for my 25th birthday, pause. I've always wanted to learn how to speak Spanish, but I just wasn't, there goes that D word again. Was it determined? I just wasn't consistent with that either. Story of my life. I've always wanted to be fluent in Spanish, and I just fall off because I'm like, it's too hard. I don't even use it in my day-to-day, but for my 25th birthday, me and a bunch of people I love went to Mexico, and my best friend in the world, who learned Spanish through Narcos and like self-taught herself, was having many full-fledged conversations, and it just really sparked something in me like, wow, I want to get back on learning another language. And so she really inspired me to like get back on that and be consistent and actually make it happen. My 8th goal, there's only one more, is to generate a second income. In this world, like, you need to have more than one income, and I'm pretty set on making that happen. I just want more financial freedom. I'm going to pay off my student loans, not this year, but probably in the next 2 to 3 years. I'm trying to expedite that process and just be financially stable, free, and abundant. And the final thing is seek mentorship. I'm just learning, I mean, I'm not just learning it, but I think I'm finally starting to fully acknowledge that community is major. You need it. You don't realize that when you graduate college and you stay close to your college town, how accessible people are. You know, I lived with my best friend for 2.5 years, where I could just go down the hall and go to her room and talk about all this stuff. And then just in your career, like, you need other people to tell you when you need to make corrections to things, like help you be better, help you grow, help create opportunities for you, with you. And yeah, specifically I'm seeking mentorship, not just in like my job, but just people who are like-minded and have more experience in life than I do that can help teach me. Like, you are never too old to learn, and at 25 I shown up have a lot to learn, so that's that. That pretty much sums up everything. I really want to know what your idea of growth is and one thing you're doing to make sure you're manifesting that. And if if you're feeling frisky, one of your goals that you are striving to accomplish this year, like in the remaining, oh my gosh, it's April, 8 months, right? May, February, March, 9 months of this year. God, that's embarrassing. I'm bad at math. Anyway, thanks for watching.